It is French Food Friday. Bonjour. I will be wearing my pajamas at the beginning of this because we're going to need to let these rest overnight. This week we're trying pain au chocolat and also almond croissants. These are from Trader Joe's. The first thing you'll need to do is you're going to need to butter a pan. Once you have your pan buttered, you will take out the 4 frozen croissants and put them seam side down onto your tray. It's amazing to see the size of them that they are now and see what they'll look like tomorrow whenever they're finished rising. I haven't tried the almond croissants before, so this will be a new adventure for me. It's important to keep the box for the directions tomorrow morning. Oops. Voila. And put them in the oven to let them rise overnight. And TV magic. It is the next morning, and look at how big these croissants have gotten. I tried to separate them a little bit here because they were stuck together. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, then take an egg and scramble it to make your egg wash. You're going to whisk this up with a fork or a whisk or in a bowl. Then you take a brush and lightly brush it onto the chocolate croissants. The almond one doesn't call for egg wash, but it gives these a nice golden brown top whenever you use egg wash on them. Then sit them in the oven for about 20 minutes. It could be a little bit shorter or a little bit longer, just depending on how hot your oven gets. I actually took these out a little bit before 20 minutes, and they were a little more done than I would have liked them to have been, but I still think that they turned out really nice looking. Bonjour! Welcome to another French Food Friday. Today on French Food Friday, we're trying one of my favorite French treats, pain au chocolat, and a croissant that has almond and powdered sugar on it. A pain au chocolat is French for bread with chocolate, and so as you can see, it's kind of like a croissant with the way that the dough is layered, but it has 2 little strips of chocolate in there, which makes it really, really good. One thing that you might be wondering today is, where is the plate? Well, in French culture, most of the time your bread actually goes on the table. If you were to go over to a French person's house and you were having bread with your meal and you put your bread on your plate, it would kind of be like telling your host that they had a dirty table. And so that is why I'm symbolically putting my bread on the table today. So let's try this. This is one of the things that I'm looking forward to the most in France. I got a knife so that we can see the cross section of what this looks like. You can see right here all of that airy layers and chocolatey, flaky goodness. I don't even have words to express how fantastic that is. This is something that I've actually never tried before. I've gotten these from Trader Joe's and I've had these in France before, but I've never had the almond croissant that has this says to put powdered sugar on it. So I'm interested to try this. Oh, it looks like, I don't know if you'll be able to see inside of there, but it looks like there's almost a layer of either almond or sugar, or I think there's little pieces. I think it's little pieces of almonds that are in the middle of this. I didn't realize that was part of it. It almost has a little bit of a cherry flavor too. Sometimes almond and cherries have similar overtones, but that is surprisingly good. I'm not sure if I could say that it is as good as the pain au chocolat, because the pain au chocolat, not gonna lie, 10 out of 10 every time. But this is at least an 8.5 out of 10. They're both really flaky, really rich. There's a nice nutty kind of fruity flavor going on with the almond one. Let me see, you can probably see in there a little bit better with it being open. And there's the rich kind of dark, semi-sweet chocolate going on in the pain au chocolat, and then the nice nutty and fruitiness and a little bit of sweetness from the powdered sugar. If you're near a Trader Joe's, I highly recommend going and picking up a box of either of these. They'll run you about $4.50, $5 for a 4-pack of them, but they are extremely worth it. Well, this has been another episode of French Food Friday, trying one of my favorite treats. As I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I would love to be able to do French Food Friday in France. I'd love to be able to show you what an authentic pain au chocolat or a croissant or baguette looks like in France, but to do that, I need your partnership. If you're able to give $5 or $10 or $15 a month, or if you're able to give more, everything will help to go towards me going to France and being able to try things like this, but also to teach North African immigrants English so that they can have better lives and better provide for their families. So if you would like to do that, I'll drop a link in the comments or in the caption here, and I can't wait to see you next week on French Food Friday. Au revoir, à bientôt.